A man from Colorado who traveled to Ukraine to help is currently helping at a refugee center in Lviv. The first time we met Shaughn Varnell at his job as a mechanic in Denver, told us he hopes eventually that he would use his skills repairing emergency vehicles as Ukraine defends itself from Russian invasion. He's been traveling for about 2 weeks. Today, he told 9 News reporter Jennifer Meckles about his trip so far.
Lviv is relatively safe right now. We have air raid sirens that go off a couple times a day, it seems like, but nothing's ever come of it since I've been here. It's kind of interesting, being from America and living my whole life there, I've never had to deal with any kind of foreign invader on our soil. So obviously seen a lot of refugees and just a lot of displaced people that have no idea where to go, no idea what to do. When I crossed the border, it was I'll say a lengthy experience. I remember seeing cars backed up for miles, waiting to get out of Ukraine. I'm in the city center in Lviv, so there's a refugee center not far. And just volunteering there, just kind of doing basic stuff. We unload trucks and things like that. I wanted to use my skills as a mechanic, so I think I've set up some work for an organization called SMART. They're taking in ambulances from around the world that are being sent kind of into hotspots, and hopefully we'll be checking those out and making sure they're good to go and repairing them if necessary. Taking a number of Uber rides where the driver barely speaks any English but still tries to have a conversation and still wants to know what America's take on this war is, what America's take on Ukraine is, what we know about the region, and all kinds of stuff. So they're very curious about our understanding of the conflict. The spirit of these people is amazing, and I'm glad to be here doing what I can do.
So Shaughn did not speak any Ukrainian before he left for this trip. He told me he bought a little phrase book beforehand, and now he is taking language lessons. He said getting there and getting around is a lot harder than he expected, but he said this experience so far has proved to him that he needed to go, he needed to find a way to help, and he's glad he went.
Oh my gosh, we are just rooting for him. What else did he say was like the hardest part or something unexpected since he's been there?
He said the language and getting around was definitely harder than he thought, and that technology, thank goodness for technology.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how people did this before, Google Maps and Google Translate, but he wants to help, and he's trying to find a way he can be helpful, and he said, but knowing the language, communicating will make that easier to be able to offer help to the people in that country.
He's such a brave soul. We're thinking about him.
Yep, hope he stays
Glad
safe.
you're still in touch, for sure. Thank you.